Hi, I'm Mr. Heng. This is video on the law of indices. I'm sure some of you have learned this, so this might be maybe a revision for some of you. If you have not learned, so please view this video. So the first law, when you have two index number a to the power n times a to the power n, so it is the same as a power m plus n. The second law, when you divide by two index number, a to the power n divided by a to the power n is the same as a to the power m minus n. Then the third law, you have a bracket with your index number a to the power m, and then the whole thing power n is the same as a to the power m times n, or just a to the power m n. If in the bracket you have two different base with two different power and the whole thing with power k, so you should apply the third law to the two different base. So you should get a to the power mk times b to the power nk. When you have a negative power, you may change it to a fraction 1 over a power m, so it becomes a positive index. If you want to change a positive index to become negative, so you will do it the reverse. So it becomes 1 over a to the power minus m. Please bear in mind that any number to the power 0 is 1. When you have a fractional power, example x to the power half is the same as square root x. When you have x to the power 1/3 is the same as cube root of x. In general, when you have x to the power 1 over n is the same as root n for the number x. If you have a fractional power with numerator power m and denominator n, so you can either write down root n for a to the power m, or you bracket, you take the root n, then the whole thing power m. Now let's look at some example. So a to the power 4 times a to the power 3, you apply the first law, is the same as a to the power 4 plus 3. You shall get your answer as a to the power 7. So can you try this? Your answer should be 3 to the power 9. So it's quite straightforward. You may not do the intermediate step like this, 3 to the power 4 plus 5. You can straight away write the answer 3 to the power 9. In this case, you will look for the same base. So a to the power 4 times a to the power 7, you should add the power of 4 plus 7 for the base a. And for the same thing, b to the power 2 times b to the power 4, you shall get b to the power 2 plus 4. So in this case, your answer shall be a to the power 11, b to the power 6. Now, when we divide, so we use the second law of indices. So a to the power 5 divided by a to the power 3 is the same as a to the power 5 minus 3. Your answer is a squared. Of course, you may not have to show this working as a to the power 5 minus 3. You may straight away work out mentally to get your final answer as a squared. In this case, you will share the minus 7 minus 4, you get 3 to the power 3, or you can skip the intermediate step, you can straight get the answer 3 to the power 3. If you wish 3 to the power 3, you can change it to 27. Now, we use the third law of indices to work out this question. Throw 3 to the power square, whole thing power 4. So using the third law of indices, you multiply 2 times 4. your answer shall be 3 to the power 8. Here, let's try your answer. Do you get x to the power 12 mentally? What about this one? In bracket 2a squared power 3. So you have to take the individual factor 2 to the power 3, then a squared power 3. So you shall simplify it to get 8a power 6. Let's look at the next one. So we have seen this before in the earlier slide. So can you simplify x squared y cubed in the bracket putting to the power 4? Some of you may straight away give me the final answer, x to the power 8, y to the power 12. That means you take the x to the power 2 the power 2 times 4 to give you 8, and 3 times 4 to give you y to the power 12. In this case, you will simplify the numerator by using the third law of indices. So you shall get x to the power 12 over x squared. Simplifying using the second law of indices, you shall get x to the power 10. Let's try this. So you do the first bracket, you shall get t to the power 8. The second bracket, t to the power 6. Then use the first law of indices, you shall get t to the power 14. Here are some exercises from the textbook. You may try to pause the video and work out. And you do some of the questions here, maybe 1A, 1C, 2A, 2C. And please check your answer from your Foundation Mathematics textbook, page 520. Here are some more exercises. So please do A3C, 4A, 4C, and question 5. Again, you may check your answer at the same page in your textbook. Okay, another few more exercise. Try to do them after the video, after you have viewed the video. Right, so more exercise. So try to do them. Next, we have the negative power. So remember a to the power minus m. If I want a positive index, I will change it to 1 over a to the power m. Sometimes they may ask you to change from a positive power or index to a negative power. So this is the way to do it. So become a to the power m is 1 over a to the power minus m. Let's look at some example. 2 to the power minus 5. So it's the same as 1 over 2 to the power 5. If you wish, or you have to, take 2 to the power 5, key it into the calculator to work out, you get 1 over 32. So in general, if an expression that can be simplified, you must simplify until the simplest form. So 1 over 2 to the power 5, you must give your answer as 1 over 32. So 1 over 3 to the power minus 4, this negative power appear in the denominator. You shall change it to 3 to the power 4. And you must simplify to get your answer as 81. 1 over x to the power minus 9. So this is a fraction with a negative power. We use the guide here, the key point here. Will give you x to the power positive 9. So same thing, 1 over a to the power minus 4. Your answer becomes a to the power positive 4. So here are the some of the questions from the textbook. Try to do as many as you can. The answer can be found in page 520. So more question here, right? You may choose to do some of the question here. The answer are in page 520. So here we have fractional power. So x to the power half is equal to square root x. X to the power 1/3 is cube root x. In general, x to the power 1n is root n for the number x. Let's look at some examples. So 81 to the power half is the same as square root 81. So when you take even square root, that means root 2, root 4, you shall always have a positive and negative answer. So square root 81 will give you positive and negative 9. So 27 to the power 1/3 is cube root of 27. When you key in the calculator, you shall get 3. When you are finding the odd root, the sign of the answer shall be the same as the number in the cell. So in this case, 27 is positive, your answer will be positive 3. If the negative 27, cube root of negative 27, then in that case, your answer will be negative 3. 81 to the power minus half, so this is a negative power. We will bring it down as the denominator. So 1 over 81 squared power half. So that is the same 1 over plus or minus 9. We normally do not put plus or minus in the denominator or numerator. We will put it in front of the fractions. So 5 square bracket power 1/3. You will use the third law of indices, expand it, you shall get 5 power 2 times 1/3, and you simplify, you get 5 to the power 2 over 3. And you will not get an integer answer for this. You shall leave the answer as 5 and 2/3. 5 power negative 2 whole thing to the power 1 over 3. So this is the same as 5 to the power minus 2 times 1 over 3 by using the third law of indices. So you simplify, you get 5 to the power minus 2 over 3. Okay, you may not, or you wish you can bring it down as a fraction of 1 over 5 to the power positive 2 over 3. So here is cube root, square root of x cubed. So this is x to the power half. So you will simplify x to the power 3 over 2. So here you have fractional power. Numerator is m, denominator is n. So you may write down root n for a to the power m, or bracket root n for a. You work out the root first, then only you power the m. So in this case, 27 to the power 2 over 3, you can take the square of 27, then only you work out for the root of 3. Or you may take cube root of 27, after you get answer is square. But there is another simpler way. So 27 to the power 2/3, you know you can change it to 3 power 3. That is 27. Then only outside the bracket, you power 2 over 3. Using the third law of indices, 3 times 2 over 3 shall give you 3 to the power 2, which is simply as 9. So here are the questions from the textbook. You may try and do them after you have viewed this video, and you can check the answer from your textbook, page 521. So please remember the few law of indices. This is the end of this video. Thank you, class.